Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back. I hope you are having a fantastic start to your day. We are going to be doing another round of candle reviews here on my channel today, and that means that you are going to be seeing 3 reviews. I mentioned in my last candle day review series that I've gotten a little bit behind with my Christmas 2023 candle reviews. I'm not sure how it happened, but here we are. I have so many Christmas candles that I've been burning and have been meaning to getting around to reviewing and just haven't done it. So leading up to this Christmas, I'm going to try to get them all done. That's the end of year goal that I set for myself. So hopefully you guys are ready for some candle reviews. Obviously, make sure that you are subscribed if you want to see more content like this. That way, every time one of the reviews goes live, it should pop up in your subscription feed. So if you're interested in that particular fragrance, hopefully my thoughts on the scent help you make a decision on whether the candle's a good fit for you or not. So yeah, today we're going to be tackling this Homeworx Christmas Morning, and then you'll see 2 more reviews later on this afternoon from Kringle Candle. They are 2 new fragrances for Christmas 2023 from Kringle. So anyway, you guys, let us dive in to Christmas Morning. So fun little story about Christmas Morning. Well, first things first, it's already sold out. I know, sorry, this is another thing. I think some of these scents have like already sold out, but and Homeworx especially has been famous for this the last like year and a half. They are repackaging or re-releasing a lot of their older fragrances these days. Some people hate that. I don't, because I'm always annoyed when my favorite things go away and never return. So I personally am a big fan of repackages. Don't get me wrong, I love new things. I feel like they come out with a good amount of new things, but you know, I also like when my favorites come back. So I'm still going to review this despite it being sold out, because honestly, I love this scent. This reminds me of a like dessert treat that is just super basic, but my mom used to make it for us when we were kids, and this is such a nostalgic fragrance for me. So I'm actually really excited about this review. But before we get into the review, I just want to say I am really impressed with the burn quality of this candle, because I actually intended to start this review 6 hours ago. My camera has been sitting here pointed at this candle while it's been lit for 6 hours. I totally got distracted with a work project and walked away from filming. And this candle is still in one piece. If you know Homeworx, you know that you need to follow the burn instructions in terms of the number of hours that you should burn a candle. I know a lot of us like to just kind of get a candle and just go. You just light it and, you know, you enjoy. But a lot of candles actually have instructions on the bottom of them, on their labels, which tell you like this is the recommended number of like burn hours per burn. And typically it's somewhere between like 3 and 5 hours. It kind of varies brand by brand. But I think that following those burn instructions is really important. I used to ignore them, but I just don't anymore. And honestly, it has made the biggest difference in my experience with burning a lot of candles. I used to, you know, deal sometimes with sooting, discoloration, with wick issues. And sometimes that's still gonna happen, because let's face it, every company has a dud here and there. But for the most part, I find that following the actual instructions from the candle manufacturers makes a big difference. So let me just show you that this like candle that's been burning for 6 hours is actually still in one piece. I am so impressed that it has not just completely taken a dump at this point. You can see that that wick over here definitely is doing that like leaning thing. That has not happened with any of the other burns other than this one, where I have had it lit for far too long. You can see that there are definitely some like sorry, not wax, but wick clip, not wick clip, the wicks, you know how sometimes they shed? So some of those mushroom tops, there we go. Some of those mushroom tops have fallen into the wax, so that's the discoloration that you see down there. But there is no sooting, there are no scorch marks, there's no discoloration of the wax. It's still that really pretty creamy white color. So I'm just gonna give Homeworx a big round of applause on that, because Homeworx is definitely the brand where I have very strict rules about the number of hours that I burn these candles. Yeah, so this is doing great though. All right, you guys, let's finally get into the description here. Okay, so the fragrance notes read, rich apple butter, cinnamon sugar, warm apple brandy, and buttered vanilla. So, I mean, all that is nice, but what does this actually smell like? You guys, this smells like the baked apples that my mom used to make for us when we were kids. When I was growing up, my parents didn't have a ton of money, so my mom would, you know, sometimes get creative with different desserts and stuff. But one of the things that my mom grew up eating that my oma used to also make were like baked apples. So what she would do is she would literally core up an apple, just take the core out of the middle, but kind of leave like so like, don't go all the way down to the bottom of the apple. Basically just create like a little well within the apple. There we go, a little apple well. And then you put some butter in there as well as some sugar and some cinnamon. And then she would always usually put like a drop or two of like a really nice vanilla extract as well, which made it way more fancy. The vanilla extract is definitely a must. Anyway, and then she would pop that into the oven and it would just bake and get kind of soft, but not to the point where the apple was like, you know, mushy and falling apart. But just where it like started to get soft, and it was the yummiest treat. And honestly, just thinking about those baked apples now just takes me back to my childhood, and it's such a happy memory because it was such a simple thing that my mom made for us, but it was delicious. And I mean, I don't know how healthy it is to add, you know, sugar to apples, but somewhat healthy. I feel like we got some fiber, you know. It was a nice treat, and it was definitely an affordable treat. And it just, thinking about it now, like I want to make baked apples. That is exactly what I'm smelling in this candle. And so this is such a like nostalgic fragrance for me. I gotta tell you, I'm in love with this, and I'm really sad that I didn't burn it until after it was already sold out, because I would have absolutely purchased more of this one. The, I guess, apple butter portion of this smells way more just like a baked apple to my nose. I don't really get apple butter from this per se, but I do get a really nice gourmand Ceylon cinnamon sugar combo. I smell that rich butter note, and I smell just a little bit of vanilla as well. The thing that I don't get, and what my mom did not add to our apples, was warm apple brandy. I mean, maybe she did that for her apple, but obviously not for the kids. But yeah, I don't smell anything boozy about this one at all. And honestly, if I did, I don't think that I would like the fragrance. I'm not a huge fan of Harry doing that to certain fragrances. Some of the fragrances that he puts out with that boozy note, I can very much smell the boozy note, and it just is it's almost too harsh or aggressive for at least my nose personally. And then some of the fragrances where like a boozy note is mentioned, like I just don't smell that boozy note at all. So either I'm just ignoring it or it's just not there. But I do not smell apple brandy here at all. Nothing smells remotely like alcohol based at all to me. It just smells like a warm baked apple. And I love it. This is a great scent. So just, you know, I really think overall, like the scent, the burn quality, and honestly, the strength and throw even make this candle probably one of the best performing candles that I have had from Homeworx this year. The strength and throw of this one is almost an 8, like in both departments. It is a really strong performer in terms of just the overall strength of the fragrance. And I think it's a really great performer in terms of the throw. This one travels throughout the vast majority of the downstairs of my house, whether I have it in a hurricane. Sometimes I've had this in my Chester Hurricane, or a lot of times I've just had it on one of these like Homeworx pedestals. I've been getting some questions about these lately. If you are new to Homeworx, these may not look familiar with you, but if you've been with the brand for a while, you know that Homeworx used to put out these really great pedestals. I feel like the pedestals have there haven't been as many of them lately, and I'm kind of bummed out about it, because as nice as like the hurricanes and stuff are from Homeworx now, I'm still in the good old days of Homeworx where, you know, their basic pedestals just really made my heart happy. So I have a ton of these. So you see a lot of them throughout my videos, you know, throughout the year. I have some spring summer ones, and then I have like my fall, you know, holiday collection ones. But yeah, that's what those are. So overall, you guys, 2 thumbs up. Great strength, great throw, great burn quality, especially for having it lit for over 6 hours at this point. And the fragrance itself is very nostalgic and just makes me happy. So this has actually inspired me to make some baked apples. I don't think I've ever made them for Stella, so I think I might do that this weekend and introduce her to something that I grew up eating. So anyway, you guys, please let me know your thoughts on Christmas morning in the comments down below. Like I mentioned, this one is currently sold out, but there is, I think, a pretty high likelihood that it's probably coming back next holiday season. If it does, I will absolutely let you guys know and tell you to go buy it, because it's really, really great. So great job, Homeworx, on this one. And yeah, I'm really glad to see the burn quality continue to improve. So that definitely makes my heart happy, because that's really what I want to see for Homeworx, is especially the strength and throw continuing to improve as we enter 2024. All right, you guys, stay tuned for the other 2 candle reviews coming up. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, let me know your thoughts on this one down below, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.